Okay, so it's been about a month since I started doing these positive EV bets. I figured it's time for an update, let you guys know, what's happened, what's working, what maybe hasn't worked how I thought, and basically how much money have I made. Have I made money? Yes, yes I have. Okay, we'll start off with where we last saw. Basically, this had a good month, ended up 1.9K in December, and then started off good and then a little slow, lost 6 days in a row, lost big money here, so I was down on the month, and then I've just had a really good week, making a lot. So overall, in about a month and a couple days, I skipped a couple days, didn't really bet that much, so it was about a month of actually betting. I've made 3.7 thousand, and this doesn't include the deposit bonuses on the sites. So I got about probably a grand for free just depositing on the sites. Now you do have to do rollover, meaning you have to bet the money like 10 times over. But with positive EV bets, um, you're not going to go broke, so you're able to meet that rollover. I did go broke on one site, but obviously, as you can see, it doesn't matter. And then that one site actually turned out to have the exact same odds as MyBookie always, so I just use MyBookie instead now. No point in having both if they have the exact same odds. It's just more hassle to get the money in and out. So you can see I placed 951 bets, only won 49% of them, but you can see since I'm shopping these odds, most of the time I'm getting plus odds. So even though I'm only winning 49% of the time, I'm making 4.5% of my wager every time I put down a wager. Now that's pretty insane if you think about it. Because I'm betting pretty much daily. If you get 5% return on your money daily, obviously I'm not able to get it all down, but I mean, daily compounding 5% doubles in less than 2 weeks. So if you're doubling your money every 2 weeks, obviously it's going to be very good. Now, it doesn't work exactly like that, obviously, because of the limits on the sites. But basically, this is all kind of just extra info you don't really need to see. This is, I find, very interesting. Actual versus expected profit. As you can see, I'll go to day, so it shows it daily. So starting off really hot first day, only supposed to make 100, made 1800, blah blah blah. This also doesn't include free bets, which the other one does, but basically at the end you see actual 3000 minus the free bets and the deposit bonus, expected 2750. It just converges to the purple line. You just have to trust that the algorithm knows what it's doing, and it's clearly accurate. It's just like it's always going to come back to this line, and I fully have faith in the algorithm. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's not even really an algorithm, but basically here is what the site is. Jeremy Grant over 19.5 points. You go there, you go here, you go here, you go here, close that one out. Jeremy Grant, 18.5, it's probably one of these ones. Jeremy Grant, minus 110, it's supposed to be plus 105. Okay, so I was too slow there, didn't see it. Obviously, I was scrolling through the page, so we have no idea how long this has been up. Probably over a minute because I was unable to get it, but maybe not. Sometimes they change them quick. But you see, basically, what you do is you look at every sports book. They do that, and they know which ones are better than the other ones. So there's what's called OddsJam odds. So basically, in order to beat this bet on Malcolm Brogdon to get over 16.5, I assume, points, you need plus 103 odds or plus 104 odds or plus 105 odds. If you're not getting that, you're not going to make money on that bet. If you get plus 110 odds, you're making about 7%. Obviously, it's a little different. We're just doing rough numbers here, but around 7% profit on that bet if you're able to get plus 110. Now, the best that anyone's offering is BetOnline is offering minus 109. So obviously, you're not going to bet that. But the point is, there's so many things you can bet on. This is just one basketball game in one category. There's so many lines, so many sports books. And as you can see, even with all those lines, they only find a couple things. Here, let's try and get one so I can show you guys. Dylan Brooks under 12.5 points. I think my computer is going a little slower because I'm recording and it's messing up my timing. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But there, under 12.5 plus 105, under 12.5 plus 105. Odds to beat was 101.5. Instead, we got 105, and it says to put down $110 on that, so I did. I always just listen to what it says, unless I'm really trying to get the bet down quick, and then I hit the max, and then see what that is. If it's close, I'll just submit it or change it. But because if you submit more than the max bet they let you, then they hold it, and they can cancel the whole thing. So I always try and bet under the max so that I'm able to get my bet down. So basically you see here 1.7% is the expected value of this bet, not crazy. And there's a implied win percentage of 49.61 based on this. And so you multiply that by that, I guess, or some equation, the Kelly equation, and you get the fraction of your bankroll to wager. Right now I've got about $6,500 on these sites. So it tells me bet $100, 105. I put 110. Now it rounds also so that you're not betting just like, because if you bet 105.27, it's going to trigger the sportsbook's going to look at that and say, oh, you're a sharp bettor, and limit you even harder. So that's why you do 110. Now let's see here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So the filters I use are minimum percentage 1.5. I just don't want to really click anything less than that. Not really worth it. I don't want to lock up my funds on such a low return. And then market width, I might even raise this higher in the future. I haven't decided yet. Market width, I've got it set to 40. This is just basically how confident they are in their number. And I mean, I've done some bets that are higher than 40. If you want like long odds, like if you clear this, like the Wizards, I did bet on some of the. I do bet on some of these sometimes. I've got the Wizards plus 490, and the algo odds is plus 467. So you do get bigger percents on these numbers with higher widths. So I do like it because if it's something that they're going to be confident in, like a team's money line, then I'm confident that they're wrong in that. Because everyone else agrees that they're wrong if you just look at all the other sports books. And so you do have more variance when you take these, and you can go on longer downswings, but your average expected value is higher, and so I'm going to take them. Maybe if I'm on a big downswing or something, I'll stop taking them just to reduce variance for a while, get back my bankroll, and then start again, but maybe not. I'll have to think about that more. But anyways, if you guys want to do any of this, it's completely doable anywhere in the U.S. As you can see, Washington here would be a location that would work to do it. I'm not saying that's where I am. But basically, you just sorry. Basically, Bovada and MyBookie are the only two you really need, and Bet Openly. Bet Openly is also good. That's completely legal anywhere also. These two are the only two you really need. These three, sorry. BetUS, I have money down on this site, and the rollover, they just not very many opportunities pop up, and I haven't even met my rollover yet, so I don't recommend depositing on BetUS. But on MyBookie and Bovada, I definitely recommend using the Sportsbook rollover crypto deposit bonus. I don't know exactly what it is for them, but you're going to get about 75 to 100% of your money in free play. And you'll have to bet it, all your money, you'll have to bet over like 8 times or whatever. But that's going to happen. Like you can see, I've bet $81,000 in the past month. So don't worry about the rollovers. I know traditionally it's a big scare, and it's a way to lock all your money. Like my money's locked on BetUS right now because I haven't met the rollover yet. But you're going to meet the rollover because you're not going to go broke. Your line's going up over time. Now, if you want to use OddsJam, I've got a referral link, and then I also will post a referral link for Bovada and MyBookie. I believe we both get deposit bonuses for that. Bet Openly, I'm not sure if there's a link. If there is, I'll get you one. Otherwise, just make an account. Bet Openly is really cool. It's basically you can bet with anyone in the world, and they have set lines, and these lines are way better. They're just even. So like plus 104, minus 104. No juice. And then after, if you win, they'll take 1% juice. So normal books take 5%. They take 1%. I believe if you look at my action, obviously I wouldn't be doing these bets if they were charging juice at a higher rate, but they're not. And I believe if you look at my account, I've saved $811 in juice in just a month. So, and this isn't even very high volume. Most of my money is being bet on Bovada and a little bit on MyBookie. Mostly Bovada. If I were to prioritize where you're depositing your money, I'd say you get the most opportunities on Bovada. However, now this might just be variance, but I've actually lost $1,700 on Bovada. I've made $1,700 on Bet Openly, and I've made $3,200 on MyBookie. So I don't know if. Oh, and bonus tip: MyBookie limits you really quickly, but if you go to same game parlays, and then you just build the parlay yourself, there's no limits. So, and sometimes you even get better odds. It's like crazy. Let me see if I can show you guys an example of this. And you go to his points. Okay, so it's over 9, minus 130. Limits you at $6.50. Over 9 at minus 130. Over 9, minus 130. This is over 9, minus 129. So you're getting better odds. And you can bet $500. So I don't know what's up with MyBookie. I think they're like outsourcing their same game parlay builder to a different site or something. But their odds are almost always better than what I'm seeing on OddsJam. And there's no limits. I mean, I could bet whatever I want, and that's how I'm making so much money on MyBookie. Because when I get a 6% bet, I can put $500 on it. When I get a 10% bet, I can put $500 on it. So yeah, I'll leave links for everything. I know I kind of rambled on there. I just really like this, you know. All right, I'm chasing one right now. Same game parlay. NBA build mode. Kyle Kuzma. Assists. Under plus 114. It's beautiful. Oh, they do limit me. 217. Got it. All right. So you see here, it was plus 114. So actually, I should have bet 400. I was a little aggressive with the 500, but they limited me to 217. So add to bet tracker 217. It thinks it was XBet because they offer the same odds on everything, like I said. Instead, MyBookie